You've just found the most important video of your life. This video isn't just about simple confidence. It's about mastering the hidden art of dark body language, where you control the room, twist people's perceptions, and manipulate their reactions without saying a single word. High-status men don't wait for respect. They extract it effortlessly, leaving others unknowingly under their influence. If you're ready to learn how to subtly dominate every interaction and control people's thoughts before they even realize it, keep watching. You're about to uncover the secret to bending people to your will through nothing but the power of your presence. This video is divided into 5 parts, each designed to give you complete control over the unspoken dynamics of any room. You'll learn how to subtly manipulate people's reactions, shift their perceptions, and make them respect you without ever asking for it. These aren't just confidence tricks. They're tools to bend others to your will without them even realizing what's happening. Stay tuned as we take you step by step through the powerful techniques of dark body language that high-status men use to dominate every interaction and control those around them effortlessly. 1. Slow blink. Blinking slowly while someone speaks can signal that you're calm, collected, and unfazed by what's being said. It shows you're processing information at your own pace, which can put the other person on edge slightly, especially if they're trying to impress or influence you. When someone is talking, don't blink rapidly or fidget. Let your blinks come slowly and deliberately, which helps you look more relaxed and in control. Example: imagine you're in a meeting and someone is pushing a strong opinion. Instead of reacting immediately, maintain steady eye contact, blink slowly, and then respond, creating an impression of confidence and thoughtfulness. 2. Hold eye contact slightly too long. Holding eye contact just a half second longer than usual subtly asserts dominance without crossing the line into staring, which can feel aggressive. When in conversation, hold your gaze just a touch longer than feels natural. It shows confidence in that you're not easily intimidated or distracted. Example: during a negotiation, maintain eye contact just a beat longer than you usually would. The slight extra time can make the other person feel your presence more powerfully, making you seem more assertive. 3. Relaxed stillness. Staying still with minimal fidgeting projects calmness and control. Confident people tend to move deliberately, showing they're comfortable with silence and their surroundings. Avoid unnecessary movements, especially if things get tense or the conversation is high stakes. Sit or stand with a relaxed but open posture. If you're giving a presentation, resist the urge to pace or gesture too much. Instead, stand calmly, allowing your words to do most of the work and only move when necessary, keeping their attention centered on you. 4. High chin tilt. Keeping your chin slightly raised gives a subtle signal of confidence, even superiority, without appearing arrogant. It opens up your body language, which can make you appear more assured. Practice lifting your chin slightly when you're talking or listening. This posture can help you look more self-assured and attentive. If you're approached by someone trying to sell you something, lift your chin slightly as they talk. It gives off a prove-it-to-me vibe, setting a boundary without saying a word. 5. Take up space. Taking up space, whether sitting or standing, signals that you're comfortable and confident in the environment. Confident people naturally spread out and don't shrink themselves to fit in. Relax your posture and avoid crossing your arms or legs tightly. Let your arms and legs rest naturally, occupying a comfortable amount of space. When seated at a table, avoid hunching or pulling your elbows in. Instead, place your arms on the table and sit back a bit. This posture can make you look and feel more assertive. 6. Subtle touch. A gentle touch, like on the shoulder or arm, can show confidence and authority. It can also build rapport if used appropriately in the right setting. When someone is speaking, a light touch on the arm can convey warmth or reassurance. Be mindful of cultural or situational appropriateness. If a friend is unsure of something, a reassuring touch on the arm can convey, "I've got you," without words. Used sparingly in professional settings, this can also establish a subtle connection. 7. Silent smirk. A closed-mouth smirk signals that you might know something others don't. It adds a hint of mystery and can make others curious about what you're thinking. When listening to a story or an explanation, a subtle smirk suggests that you're engaged, but also holding something back. If someone is boasting or trying to impress you, a light smirk can subtly convey that you're neither fully convinced nor overwhelmed, which often makes people try harder to gain your approval. 8. Purposeful hand gestures. Using slow, controlled hand gestures draws attention to key points and gives the impression that you're confident and in command of the conversation. Avoid erratic or overly animated gestures. Instead, use your hands to emphasize specific words or points slowly and deliberately. During a presentation, using open palm gestures or steepled fingers, where fingertips touch but palms remain apart, can show that you're both open and in control of your message. 1. Deliberate pauses. Pausing strategically when speaking, especially before responding, makes others wait for your words, giving them added weight. It draws attention and creates a sense of importance around what you're saying. Slow your speech slightly and use pauses naturally, especially before answering questions. It gives the impression you're thoughtful and in control. If someone asks you a tough question in a meeting, pause, take a breath, and then respond. The pause signals you're considering your answer, and it keeps the focus on you. 2. Steepling fingers. Resting your fingers in a steeple shape, with fingertips touching and palms apart, suggests intelligence, confidence, and control, which can make you appear more authoritative. Place your hands in a steeple position when listening or while explaining an important point. It can signal to others that you're engaged, composed, and confident. During a presentation or negotiation, steepling your fingers while making a point can add an unspoken layer of authority and poise to what you're saying. 3. Delayed reactions. Delaying your reactions to good or bad news signals control and emotional stability. It shows you're not easily rattled and that you take time to process. When someone shares surprising news or compliments you, take a moment before responding. It can keep people curious and adds a layer of composure to your demeanor. If a colleague gives you unexpected praise, pause, smile subtly, and then thank them. The delay shows you're unaffected, which can leave a stronger impression. 4. Tilted head plus direct gaze. Tilting your head slightly while maintaining eye contact creates an intense presence. It combines warmth, the tilt, with directness, the gaze, making you appear both engaged and assertive. When speaking or listening, try a subtle head tilt, paired with steady eye contact. It signals attention, confidence, and an openness to the conversation. In a one-on-one conversation, tilt your head and look directly at the other person while they're talking. This combination can make you seem deeply attentive and hard to ignore. 5. Enter last in group settings. Arriving last and positioning yourself strategically in group settings can create a sense of authority. Being the last to arrive often shifts attention to you momentarily, giving you an instant presence. Try to enter a room or join a group setting after others have settled, and choose a position that feels slightly central or dominant. If you're attending a team meeting, enter after most people are seated and take a central spot or sit at the head of the table. This can help you seem more authoritative and in control of the situation. 6. Strong silence. Pausing strategically after speaking can create a moment of tension that puts subtle pressure on the other person to respond, especially if they feel the need to impress or please you. After making a point, let a moment of silence linger before you continue. The silence can prompt others to engage or fill in, reinforcing your position. When giving feedback, pause after stating your thoughts. The pause can give your words extra weight, as the silence makes others eager to respond or agree. 7. Leaning back while speaking. Leaning back as you speak signals ease and comfort, showing that you're unfazed and confident. It also suggests you're comfortable with others leaning in to listen. When speaking in a seated position, avoid leaning forward too much. Instead, lean back slightly to project calm and control. During a debate or negotiation, leaning back slightly as you make your case can make you appear more in control and at ease, creating a sense of balance or authority. 8. Slow, deep breathing. Slow, deep breathing helps you stay grounded and appear calm. It also shows others that you're composed and unaffected by stress or external factors. Breathe slowly and deeply, especially during high-stakes moments or conversations. This helps you feel centered and sends a signal of calm confidence to others. In a job interview, taking a deep breath before answering a tough question can help you stay collected, and it signals to the interviewer that you're calm under pressure. 1. Nod slowly. What it does: nodding slowly while someone speaks gives the impression of approval or agreement, but without enthusiasm. It keeps the other person slightly off balance, as they can't fully gauge your response. When someone is talking, nod at a slow, steady pace. This encourages them to continue, but leaves them uncertain about your full reaction. If someone's pitching an idea, nodding slowly signals you're listening. but your lack of enthusiasm might make them elaborate more or try harder to win you over. 2. Mirror, but delay. What it does. Mirroring someone's body language builds rapport, but adding a slight delay makes it less obvious. This subtle copying can make them feel more comfortable with you without noticing the mimicry. Wait a few seconds before adopting a similar posture or gesture. The delay keeps it natural and avoids drawing attention. If a person crosses their arms while talking to you, wait a few moments and then cross yours. This can make them feel more connected to you subconsciously. 3. Foot pointing. People's feet often point toward the person or thing they're most interested in. Observing this in a group setting can reveal who they're most engaged with, even if their body language says otherwise. Observe where people's feet are angled during conversations. This can help you identify underlying dynamics or notice where their attention is truly focused. At a social gathering, if someone's feet point away from you but they're still talking to you, they might be ready to end the conversation or be more interested in someone else nearby. 4. Over-the-shoulder glance. Glancing over your shoulder without turning your body can convey dismissal or disinterest. It subtly signals that you don't view the person as significant enough to give your full attention. How to use it. Use this glance when you want to downplay someone's importance or end a conversation without being confrontational. If someone keeps interrupting you, give a quick glance over your shoulder while keeping your body turned away. It subtly shows you're not invested in what they're saying. 5. Silent stare. Before speaking. What it does. Holding eye contact briefly before you speak builds anticipation and can make others feel slightly unsettled. It's a non-verbal cue that increases curiosity and places focus on you. Before responding, hold their gaze for a moment in silence. This momentary pause builds tension and can make your words seem more impactful. When answering a tough question, hold eye contact for a beat before you speak. It increases the weight of your response and makes them more eager to hear it. 6. Minimal smiling. What it does. Smiling sparingly makes your approval feel earned, creating a subtle sense of mystery or challenge. People may work harder to get a positive reaction from you. How to use it. Smile only when there's a reason or when you genuinely feel like it. Avoid overusing smiles, especially in professional settings. If someone is trying to impress you, maintain a neutral expression. A rare smile will carry more weight and make them feel they've achieved something. 7. Subtle mirroring of expressions. What it does, slightly matching someone's facial expressions, shows understanding and empathy. It creates a connection but keeps things subtle, so it doesn't feel forced or too obvious. When the other person shows an expression, adopt a toned-down version of it to show understanding without exaggerating. If someone is sharing a concern, a slight furrow of your brow can show empathy. This subtle mirroring makes you seem relatable without overstating your reaction. 8. Use of space as a tool. Standing slightly too close or a bit further than usual can create discomfort or a sense of intrigue. Changing the usual space people expect can shift the power dynamic subtly. Stand just close enough to make the interaction feel more intense, or a bit further back if you want to give the impression of disinterest or distance. Example: if you want to keep someone on their toes, stand just a bit closer than usual. If you'd rather seem disinterested, step back slightly to create distance. 1. Fake curiosity. Showing curiosity, even if you're not really interested, can make people feel validated and appreciated. This encourages them to open up and helps establish a connection. Nod occasionally, make brief eye contact, and lean in slightly. A slight smile can reinforce the effect. If a coworker is explaining something trivial, nod occasionally and add, "Oh, really?" or "That's interesting." It keeps them engaged and makes them feel heard. 2. Extended eye contact when you're quiet. Holding eye contact without speaking can make others feel self-conscious, subtly pressuring them to keep talking or fill the silence. When someone is talking, just hold eye contact a little longer than usual without interrupting. It signals that you're fully focused on them, and they may start feeling the need to keep the conversation going. If someone is sharing details about a project, maintain eye contact and stay silent. The extended gaze might make them feel compelled to share even more or clarify their points. 3. Slight head tilt downwards. Tilting your head down slightly while looking up can add intensity to your expression, making you appear more focused or intimidating. Use this when you want to make a strong impression or signal that you're serious about what's being discussed. During a disagreement, tilt your head down slightly while maintaining eye contact. It can make you seem more assertive and may give you an upper hand in the conversation. 4. Tilt head up and look down. Tilting your head up while looking down your nose subtly signals superiority or confidence. Use this posture sparingly, as it can come across as a little aloof. It's best in situations where you want to project authority. When giving instructions, tilt your head up slightly while looking down at them. It signals that you're in charge, helping reinforce your role. 5. Understated reactions to compliments. Reacting minimally to compliments suggests that you're used to them, which can make you seem confident and unaffected. Instead of being overly expressive, simply nod or give a small smile when complimented. If someone says, "Great job on the project," give a small nod and say, "Thanks." This subtle response can imply that excellence is your norm. 6. Eyebrow. Raise plus subtle smile. Raising your eyebrows slightly with a faint smile creates an air of intrigue, as if you're amused or questioning what's being said. Try this when someone makes an unusual statement or when you want to show subtle skepticism or interest. If someone tells you an exaggerated story, raise your eyebrows slightly and smile faintly. It can signal you're not entirely convinced, but find it amusing. 7. Gentle touch when giving directions. A light touch on the arm or shoulder when giving instructions or guidance subtly reinforces your authority in a friendly way. Keep the touch brief and light. A quick pat on the shoulder can be enough to show confidence and establish a sense of trust. If you're guiding someone through a task, a gentle touch on the arm while explaining the steps can create a sense of calm authority. 8. Stay neutral during conflict. Staying neutral during tense moments shows that you're unaffected, which can pressure others to seek your validation or approval. During disagreements, stay calm and avoid any emotional reactions. This keeps the atmosphere level and shows you're in control. In a heated meeting, avoid showing any frustration or excitement. Instead, maintain a steady expression, which can help de-escalate the situation and position you as the calm voice of reason. 1. Glance and look away. A quick glance, followed by looking away, can make someone wonder what caught your attention. This brief focus and withdrawal creates a sense of mystery. Look at someone just long enough for them to notice, then shift your gaze. It gives the impression of passing interest, making them curious. If you're in a meeting, glance briefly at someone when they start speaking, then look away casually. It can make them wonder what you noticed about them. 2. Delayed response. Pausing before you answer, especially with personal questions, suggests that you're a bit guarded or careful with your words, which can pique curiosity. When asked a question, take a moment to consider before responding. This delay hints that there's more going on beneath the surface. If someone asks you about your weekend, pause briefly, then smile and say, "It was interesting." The pause, combined with a vague response, often prompts further questions. 3. Over-the-shoulder look with half smile. A quick over-the-shoulder look back as you're leaving, paired with a faint smile, creates a lasting impression. It's a classic move that leaves people curious. Use this as you're exiting a conversation or social event. It suggests that you're leaving on your own terms, but still acknowledging them. As you walk away, glance over your shoulder, give a small, almost knowing smile, then turn back. This subtle gesture can make them think about you even after you're gone. 4. Intentionally break eye contact. Breaking eye contact implies that you're in control and perhaps even a little disinterested. It subtly suggests you're not fully invested. During a conversation, hold eye contact briefly, then look away at your own pace. This slight shift signals confidence and nonchalance. If someone is telling you a story, maintain eye contact initially, then look away just before they finish speaking. It can make them feel like they need to keep your attention. 5. Staggered smile. Smiling slightly after someone else smiles creates the impression that they've earned your approval. It makes your smile feel more meaningful. Wait until the other person smiles fully, then give a subtle smile in response. This delay makes them feel they've achieved something by making you smile. When someone greets you warmly, hold a neutral expression for a beat, then smile back. It can make them feel like you don't smile easily, adding to your intrigue. 6. Vague expressions. Using ambiguous facial expressions, like a small smirk or half smile, when people expect a clear reaction, makes you seem harder to read and keeps them guessing. When someone says something that would typically warrant a reaction, respond with a vague smile or slight nod instead. This creates uncertainty about what you're thinking. If someone asks if you enjoyed an event, respond with a slight smirk and say, "It was interesting." This leaves them wondering about the specifics. 7. Controlled sigh. A deep, controlled sigh can signal disappointment or boredom, subtly putting someone on edge and prompting them to seek your validation. When you want to create tension or signal mild disinterest, Give a quiet, drawn-out sigh. Keep it subtle, so it doesn't seem overly dramatic. If someone is going on about something trivial, a small sigh can signal that you're losing interest, which may make them shift to more engaging topics. 8. Subtle sigh when they speak. A quiet sigh while someone else is talking can suggest slight disinterest, making them feel they need to work harder to hold your attention. Time the sigh carefully during a pause in the conversation, giving the impression that you're only partially engaged. If someone is explaining something in detail, a light sigh can encourage them to be more concise or feel the need to keep you interested. Don't stop now. There's so much more waiting for you on this channel. To truly unlock your potential and take control like never before, dive into my other videos and hit that subscribe button. Each video goes deeper, revealing more techniques to amplify your influence and command any room. And if today's insights hit home, make sure to like this video. It's the quickest way to bring even more powerful strategies straight to you. Let's keep building this hidden strength together. See you in the next one.